Here, how usually or unusually, I'll guarantee you, I've been married 34 years. My wife has never been at somebody else's house drinking and playing video games with another guy. I mean, did I wake up in the... Well, Ricky considers him her best friend, confidant, and someone to just turn to in good times and bad. But she isn't describing her relationship with her boyfriend and the father of her 3-month-old daughter, but rather her relationship with her coworker, Josh. There's a new phenomenon called the work spouse, a person of the opposite sex that you work closely with 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. Now think about that. You could be spending more time with that person than with your significant other. The relationship can be tricky because there's a blurry line between coworker and too cozy. Now, has Ricky's relationship with Josh crossed this line and become part of this new phenomenon? Well, boyfriend Aaron, he sure thinks so.
Aaron is super jealous about my relationship with Josh.
You haven't taken the time to get to know him.
I don't really get to know him.
Josh and I don't have those kind of feelings.
Ricky and Josh talk every day, constantly, by phone, texting, or outside of the workplace. It makes me upset and angry.
Aaron definitely thinks that there is something going on with Josh and I, and there clearly isn't. Josh and I have a relationship that Aaron and I don't have, and I know that that's sad.
One time, Ricky was supposed to be at her sister's helping her sister move, and she ended up at a basketball game with Josh.
I know that if I were to tell him the truth, he's going to either get upset or he's going to, lash out. It's not worth it.
That makes me feel like it's a competition between Josh and I.
I don't want to have to give up my friendship with Josh, but it's seriously tearing me apart.
How am I supposed to trust you when you lie to me? How's that trust?
I'm not asking you to trust me because whether or not I am an adult and I can do whatever I want, okay?
It's an everyday battle. It's exhausting.
My biggest fear is that she'll leave me for Josh, and Josh will take over my family.
If Aaron continues with this jealous behavior, it's gonna kill me to have to walk away.
Does he have a right to be concerned here?
I think as, the father of my child, yes, he does have the right to be concerned, but we've been together for 2 years. There has to be some type of trust.
Why aren't y'all married? You fight like you're married. With this coworker, right?
Josh, correct.
Josh. And Josh co-signed for your apartment so you would qualify and be able to get it. You didn't know that?
No.
So you're living in an apartment that he is on the lease for with your significant other?
Yeah.
And that bothers you?
Very much so.
Why is Josh doing this for you?
Because I didn't want to have to go to my parents. I'm one to say 6 months pregnant at the time. I did not want them to think that Aaron could not provide for me. I'm 23 years old. I should not have to depend on my parents.
Are you living with the wrong person?
Aaron?
Yes.
No.
Should you be living with Josh?
No, but it's been brought up.
By who?
Aaron and I have gotten into some altercations that have escalated. If I were to need a place to stay, while I was going to a new place, Josh gave me that option. He has a spare bedroom.
Okay, you mentioned that she's lied to you about where she is and what she's doing. And I said if you forced her to do that, I was just curious what your opinion was. You said no, you said yes.
Yes.
But now, look, you have a committed relationship here. Are you committed to him or are you kind of iffy?
As of right now, it's very iffy.
It's very iffy.
Very iffy.
Okay. Have you lied to him about where you were when in fact you were with Josh somewhere?
Yes.
You said you were going to your sister's house to help her move?
Yes.
And you went to a basketball game?
Yes, and it was not just Josh and I. There were other coworkers there. And the only reason I did that was because whenever I say I want to go do something, he has this controlling issue where he will up and leave, and it'll be me and my daughter.
Have you been to his house with just the two of you?
Yes.
And played video games and beer pong and that sort of thing?
Yes.
So I'm sorry, but that sounds to me a whole lot like a date.
I didn't even know about that.
Well, you know it now. You're going to learn a whole lot while you're here.
I think so.
His main thing is that it is a male. A male. If it was one of my female friends, he would have no problem. He'd be like, go ahead and go off and do that. But since it is a male, and it's it's a male, not just Josh, any male, mostly Josh, but it's no, absolutely not.
There are some rules that you need to have when you have coworker relationships. And one is you don't share personal information with them. You have boundaries and you respect that. Okay, if you have an opposite sex person, you don't go talk to them about your marriage troubles. That's crossing a line. You don't share marriage information. You don't share personal information. You don't go with them alone off-site to places like their house to drink and play video games. You don't have alcohol involved. Look, you may not like this, but those are things that lead to problems. I'm just telling you, they lead to problems.
Would it be different if it was a girl?
Yes.
Wait, why is that? Why is it that I can
Didn't we go over that a few minutes
I
ago?
understand that, but if we've made that I want to say commitment to not be like that, I don't understand why there's a
You've
problem.
made the commitment to not be like that.
I'm pretty sure Josh has too. That's what he told me.
Oh, well, problem solved. I got to cover something else here before we go further.
Yes, sir.
You get upset and you get intense about this.
Very.
Have you put your hands on this woman in anger?
Yes.
That's wrong.
It is.
That's wrong.
There's
I don't
more to the
care what
story
she
than what's being
does or
explained
what
now.
she doesn't do. You have no right to put your hands on this or any other woman in anger ever.
I understand that.
I don't care what the circumstance is. I think you're being really sensitive here. I think you're being kind of paranoid about certain aspects, but yet you do have some things here that are crossing the line that you do have a legitimate complaint about.
There's no trust anymore in our relationship.
No, well, there's not. Okay, now look, Aaron is purely platonic, but is it really for both of them? Let's see what Josh has to say.
Ricky and I are very good friends. We share everything together. When there are any issues with Erin, she does come to me looking for advice or just a different perspective.
I cannot talk to Aaron about that openly and freely. As with Josh, he understands where I'm coming from and he does not judge me on things. He is my best friend.
When Ricky and I spend time together, it's mostly just friends hanging out. Sometimes it's just watching TV, watching a movie.
I don't, go on dates with Josh. I don't get dressed up to go out with Josh. There's definitely a distinction whenever I hang out with Josh versus Aaron. Aaron definitely does not understand that.
Deep down, I do have feelings for Ricky, but I'm not acting on them because she is in a relationship.
I did tell Aaron about Josh having feelings towards me. I figured I would just get it out in the open. I think it fueled his fire towards Josh more.
Aaron wants me out of Ricky's life very badly, even to the point of issuing death threats, basically demanding that I leave him and his family alone.
Aaron thinks that Josh and I have this secret relationship going on, which we don't. Aaron has so much hatred for Josh.
I don't think it's just me that he wants out of her life. He wants everyone that she can turn to out of her life.
Okay, Josh, welcome. You've been watching the show, right?
Yes, sir.
Backstage?
Yes.
I've been talking about boundaries and definitions. Are you crossing any of those?
I don't believe that I'm crossing any boundaries other than friends.
Is there anything you want to say to him?
I don't appreciate the way you treat Ricky. I hear a lot coming from her. I've felt the death threats come from you ever since pretty much me and Ricky met. I don't like the controlling attitude. I mean, you guys should be able to trust each other. You guys do have a child together. I understand that you're a good father. I understand that you guys have to be together as far as Aubrey is concerned. However, that does not mean you're a best match for Ricky. I'm not saying that I'm the best match. I'm not even going there. All I'm saying is you can be a great father, but you treat Ricky horribly.
And you know that how?
Which part?
That he treats her badly.
One, I've heard him screaming at her when she's on the phone with me. I've heard many stories from her where he shoved her off the bed, left bruises.
Okay, so you're going and talking to him about Aaron.
Correct.
And confiding in him about your personal relationship with Aaron, your significant other, the father of your child. Do you think that's crossing a boundary with a coworker?
No, because in the year and a half that Josh and I have known each other, Josh is my best friend. If Josh was a girl, I think it would be fine, but since he is a male, I guess it's not. And I don't see why that is.
Okay.
I don't see where it's any of Josh's business to know what's going on between Ricky and I. I mean, it's none of his business. He has no reason to be in a relationship at the same time.
Yet it's okay for you.
I would think a man would want to step back and knowing this is bigger than just me. Like, it's affecting my whole family, the family that we're trying to build together. And I think as a man, you'd want to step back and say, look, okay, evidently something's going wrong here. Maybe I need to step out of the picture for a while, see if you guys can heal what's broken, and then maybe, I can come back into the picture.
Except I have stepped back many times. There have been months that have gone by where
Yes.
Ricky and I
Come
have
back
not
in.
talked, and you pick a new target. You've picked her family, you've picked other coworkers, you picked other people in general in order to keep pushing people out of her life, to keep that hold on her. So the only person she has to turn to is you.
Well, what business is that of yours? No, seriously.
I have a question.
Ricky and I are coworkers. That is true. However, because of our work setup, we actually are more friends than true coworkers.
You have feelings for her, you admit, that go beyond being a friend, but you say you don't act on them because
I respect her and respect her
but
choice
yet
to be
you
in
do
a
act
relationship.
on them because you have a relationship with her that goes beyond just being a friend. You have a relationship where you feel protective of her. You have a relationship where she confides in you. You advise her. You give her information. You offered to go to parenting classes with her when she was pregnant.
And I say that.
True?
True.
She comes to your house and y'all drink and play video games, just the two of you together?
Not usually just the two of us.
Not
no.
usually. I don't care how usually or unusually. I'll guarantee you, I've been married 34 years. My wife has never been at somebody else's house drinking and playing video games with another guy. I mean, did I wake up in the... Let me just call roll. Let me start with you. You are overpossessive, you are insecure, you are jealous, and you are chasing her away. If you are putting your hands on her in anger, that is wrong. You can't do that. You couldn't make more mistakes if they were assigned to you. You cannot do this. Do you have legitimate reasons to object? No question about it. You absolutely have legitimate reasons to be objecting to what's going on here. But your reaction to it, and in fact your contribution to it, is undeniable. You, somehow or another, you have just suspended common sense. You have just suspended common sense. You're saying, you're in a committed relationship with the father of your child. If you don't want in that relationship, get out, but you don't go play footsie with this guy. You are headed for an affair with him. In my opinion, you're having an emotional affair with him now, okay? To me, intimacy is certainly not limited to sexual interaction. To me, intimacy is when you share your innermost realities with another person. You confide in them. They know you to the core of who you are. That is something that is appropriate between a husband and a wife, a man and a woman that are committed and significant others. If you are turning to him to do this instead of him to do this, then the relationship is fractured. You are crossing boundaries in that way. If you cannot do that with him, then you either need to repair this relationship or exit this relationship. But you will not fix it by having a surrogate and a substitute here.
I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to repair it.
We'll talk about that in a minute. You're getting where you don't belong. You have said that you have feelings for her. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I mean, you have feelings for people. I get that. But she is in a relationship here, and you are creating serious conflict in this relationship by being over-involved with her. You're going on dates with her, right?
I wouldn't consider them dates, no.
Well, then one of us...
Hanging out as friends, with a group of coworkers, I could understand if her and I had gone off by ourselves, got our own seats, completely alone, that I would consider a date, yes.
Okay.
But when we were with a group of other friends, all coworkers, all friends, their families, that's not a date.
That's great camouflage, but it is what it is. And you didn't have these coworkers over at your house when you had her.
Yes, I did.
Yes, we did.
Well, okay. Guys, we'll be right back.